Well, how are you doing? Okay, this is a video that's going to be titled Global Solar Noon Issues or Problems. I'm not going to mess around, I'm going to get straight into it and try and make sure that the video is as short as possible. Okay, within the heliocentric paradigm, right, the sun is stationary in the sky for people who are on a globe Earth, but it appears to move from east to west, right? It appears to move. Within that paradigm, the sun is not moving. It's that within that paradigm, people are claimed to be on a sphere, a spherical Earth that is rotating west to east, while the sun appears to be going east to west. So very simply, the sun only appears to be moving east to west within that paradigm because the people who are on a globe Earth are rotating west to east. This is the claim, right? Very simplistic, right? So anyone who is in this boat, right, seeing the sun here at solar noon, right, whoever is on that, whatever longitude line they're on, right, as that longitude line, if someone else is on that longitude line over their geometric leading edge here, right, it doesn't matter how far over, if they can see the sun at that time of year, then they are seeing the sun directly right in front of them as well, right? So it's to explain this a bit better, here is the globe Earth rotating west to east. Here is the prime meridian, right? Here is the North Pole, South Pole, 90 degrees north, 90 degrees south, and of course the equator at 0 degrees. So if we go to here, we have Rome, Cairo, Cape Town, right? And we have 90 degrees north, right? There's 90 degrees south, and we have London, right, on the prime meridian, right? And 12 noon, right, which would be solar noon, okay? So let's just say someone's on a boat, right next to Greenwich, somewhere close to Greenwich in London, and they're viewing the sun at solar noon here, right, on this prime meridian, on one of the canals or something, and someone is down here south of the equator in Accra, Ghana. They're viewing the sun right at solar noon for them because the time is the same. Because remember, the globe Earth is rotating west to east, and the sun is stationary, giving people the impression that the sun is moving east to west. That is their paradigm, right? So whoever is on the boat on the prime meridian here, seeing the sun right directly 180 degrees south, if there's someone else looking in Accra, Ghana, they're seeing the sun at 180 degrees north within that paradigm. Now that could be true just in reality, but anyway, but the point I'm making is that for anyone on this longitude line here, they've got right who's facing the sun at who's on the prime meridian, and at solar noon for people in Greenwich, then it's got to be solar noon for people in, let's say, Accra, right? Because the prime meridian stretches from 90 degrees north to 90 degrees south, and through London, and it goes down through basically almost Accra or whatever, right? So if we move on, right, to the next one, same again, right? That's the prime meridian. London would be somewhere up here, right? And Accra would be down here somewhere, right? So anyone who's on this red line, right, in any part of it from the top to the bottom here, is going, if they can see the sun at that time of year, then at the exact same time as London is seeing the sun at solar noon, the exact same time as solar noon in London, then it has to be, they have to be viewing it directly either 180 degrees north or 180 degrees south, right, depending on where they are, right? Right, that's just the way it is for their paradigm. Here we have it again. Let's just say this is the prime meridian, and it rotated on the globe Earth west to east to here. The sun is over here, so when they get to here, anyone on this line will be seeing the sun in the same direction, basically, right? More or less. Same again here. Pole doesn't matter if it's north or south. Prime meridian, right? Anyone who's on it will be seeing the sun here, right? That's the way it is. The sun doesn't move; they rotate. That's their claim. So then we get to here. Now, I picked just a kind of random, not really, the 16th of December 2024. And on the 16th of December 2024 at 11:55 in the morning, right, it was solar noon, right, in London. Here we have sun in Greenwich Borough, December, right, 2024, 16, 11:55 in the morning, 180 degrees south. That's the sun, solar noon, at that exact time. That's the solar noon. That's Greenwich solar noon, right? So I did the same thing here for the South Pole, sun in the globe South Pole, right? The imaginary South Pole, December, right, 2024, and the 16th. And I tried to get to 11:55, but I could only get to either 11:56 or 11:54, so I went to 11:54. And at 11:54 in the morning, from the globe's claimed South Pole, the sun is 195 degrees south-southwest. What the hell is going on there? How can it be 195 degrees south-southwest? How can that happen? I don't know how that would be possible, considering that their sun is stationary and their globe is rotating. So I don't see how someone in the South Pole could be seeing the sun at 195 degrees south-southwest when someone in London is seeing it at 180 degrees south. They have to be seeing it either 180 degrees south or 180 degrees north, one or the other. They can't be seeing it at 195 degrees at that exact same time. Here I've done a little workup in GeoGebra. So it doesn't matter, this will be representing the globe, south or north poles, doesn't matter. So here will be North Pole, but directly underneath that will be the South Pole for the globe. Here is London, right, Greenwich, and here is the sun for someone at 11:55 in the morning. Just going to zoom in a little bit. 11:55 in the morning from Greenwich, they are viewing the sun out here, right, on the 16th of December 2024, and they're viewing it at 180 degrees south. But someone on the South Globe South Pole at that exact same time, or according to time and date, are viewing the sun at 11:55 in the morning, the 16th of 12th, 24, at 195 degrees south-southwest. So how the hell are they doing that? You know what I mean? If there's a massive lack of consistency going on here, maybe it's an issue with time and date, I don't know, but there's a 15-degree difference between London, Greenwich, and the claimed South Pole, and what direction they're looking at to see, the sun. They should be looking at 180 degrees, I probably north, from the South Pole of a globe. They'd have to be. Now I know north, south, east, west are all on flat plane and all these kind of things. This is purely within their paradigm, right? And I'm just pointing out something within time and date that doesn't fit their paradigm. Yet it's supposed to be, the people try to claim it's based on their paradigm, right? Well, I'm sorry, but that can't happen. You can't be viewing the sun 15 degrees, different at the same time as Greenwich. If you're claiming to be at a south pole of the globe, that can't happen. So just to show and prove that there was no funny business. December 24th, the sun in Greenwich Borough. This is time and date. There you can see 11:55 solar noon, 180 degrees south. Right, that's solar noon, 11:55. So if we go to here, sun, December 24th, sun in South Pole, 16th of December. If I go to, let's get 11:54, right, 195 degrees south-southwest. What? What is going on, globe? Do you know what I mean? I don't see how they're doing that. It just can't happen. Like, that can't happen in heliocentrism. That can't happen. It goes against heliocentrism itself, from what I can see. Right? So here is a 24-hour sun video from the South Pole. Obviously, this one's not from the 16th of December 2024, but this is a claimed video. I have the sound off. So that would mean that they're looking at a different sun than Greenwich are looking at. Do you know what I mean? Whatever sun they're seeing in London is a different sun, according to time and date, than what these people were claiming the video here. Bit of a problem, I would say. Now this is more. This is like several claim to be 5 days straight of right 24-hour sun from the South Pole. Right, this is what it's claimed. Right, 24-hour sunlight at the South Pole. This is what they're claiming. But right, point is that they have to be looking at a different sun than London if we go by time and date. Bit of an issue. I won't play this one, right, because it's not from the South Pole. It's from Union Glacier, right, which is very close to the South Pole, right, on the globe. But that was taken on the 16th of December, 2024. I don't know. I just don't know. This is a bit of a funny one for the globe, isn't it? How can it be that wrong, globe? It's quite a difference, 15 degrees. Anyway, thanks for watching. And before you go, there's going to be a lot of probably complete BS in the comments. A lot of people attacking me, saying I'm making claims I'm not making. I'm just showing some stuff. These are not claims from me. There's going to be a lot of people in there trying to explain how this happens on the globe. And they'll just be talking heap of rubbish. Right? Let's not pretend any different. They'll be talking rubbish, as they normally do. I don't see, unless someone can coherently come up with somehow how this could work on the globe, right? Which it's impossible, basically, from what I can see. Unless that happens, if you go to the comments, you're going to be reading a whole lot of crap. Okay, thanks for watching.